What's up, guys?
Awesome. What's
Not
going
much. What's
on?
up?
Hey, just enjoying the weekend. How about you guys?
Same. We're going to be pretty much, this is the first time the entire band is going to be getting together. We're a little early today, but sometime later today, our drummer will be showing up.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So, I'm also a fellow Michigander, so it's cool to
Oh,
see
shit.
Michigan is, producing some killer bands.
Where in Michigan are you from?
I'm from a town called Troy.
Oh, shit. You're not that far. I'm in Oak Park, which is Ferndale, basically.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, I
So you're
haven't
not
been
far at
back in
all.
a minute, but been meaning to get back there. Is live music, back with the bang yet, or is it kind of slow?
I think it's starting to. I don't know. I haven't been to a show out here yet. We're playing with Attila in Pontiac though, but that's not until October. So I assume it's coming back.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, like Guns N' Roses just performed here in Boston. I'm like, it just seems so surreal that, it's back now and that it's actually
Right.
happening.
Especially after like over a year and a half, right? I think
Something
over a
like
year and a
that.
half.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
It's about time. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I actually went to I'm sure you guys are familiar with We Came as Romans.
Oh, of course.
Of
Yeah,
course, yeah.
I went to school with those guys, so I'm like, it's
Oh, that's
pretty
no
cool
way.
that, Michigan is back on the map with, these awesome rock bands.
Hell yeah. Something like I Prevail, We Car. I don't know what Icy Stars is up to lately, but um, yeah, there's plenty of bands. Yeah, are you Greta Van Fleet fan? Even though they're further north.
I definitely think they're talented. I saw them live, but I'm really hoping that they kind of evolve into their own sound so people
Uh,
don't see them as a gimmick.
It's funny because usually, as far as bands go, like that's the plan you don't want is to sound like someone else.
Yeah, you don't want someone to
And
listen to you and be like, God, these are copycats.
and for some reason, yeah, people seem to love them, and I don't understand why. Because most people go, "Oh, you guys sound like blah blah blah." We get that all the time. Maybe it's just the type of fans that we attract as opposed to
uh,
them.
who do they say you sound like?
Ironically, We Car and I Prevail, all the Detroit
Uh,
metalcore bands. Yeah,
well,
at least that's the
yeah.
general.
But I feel like every band pulls from different influences, but I don't think anyone sets out to be like, oh, I'm going to sound exactly like this band. I think
I'd like to think
sometimes
that
influences seep in somehow.
I'd like to think that nobody ever really sounds exactly like somebody else. I guess depending on how the vocalist is, but
Yeah,
yeah,
unless you're like a cover band or something.
even then, dude, cover bands can sound really different. But I don't know. As listeners listen to stuff, they go, "Oh, this just sounds like something we already know," and it sounds like We Car. So that's why they say, "Oh, you guys sound like we." That's how that just stems from. It's from your familiarity.
Ah.
I think that's what it is.
Well, transitioning into your music, Go Fuck Yourself, the
Yes.
the
Thank
song.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will go fuck myself.
Yeah.
Hey, go fuck yourself, Spencer.
Yeah, no, I'm really digging that song. I can definitely feel the
Oh yeah.
anger in it, and it's definitely relatable in terms of, I think everyone's dealt with someone who's fake or pretends to be your friend, but really they're just using you for whatever reason. So yeah,
Yes.
I definitely can,
Yeah.
relate to that song. Is this song written from a personal perspective, or did it
A
just kind of
thousand, a thousand
okay?
percent. Yeah. I like this is as close, like with all the other lyrics that I've ever written, this is the one that like literally comes close to just drop without dropping names. I'm literally putting in specific details only some people would
Hmm.
know. So yeah, it's aimed at a small group of people, not necessarily a specific small group of people, but yeah, when I wanted to write this song, I was like, man, this is something I needed to get off my chest for years now. So but I also didn't want to make it like Steven, fuck you, Steven, like so that someone would be like, well, I don't know any Stevens. So when it came to the lyrics, I just wanted to make sure that it was like it was specific enough to a point, but still vague enough that like someone could get it.
Yeah, it's always a Steven.
Fucking
In my
fucking
perspective.
Kyle.
Fucking Spencer.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We actually developed. I don't know. We're huge into roasting each other. So when it came to putting down this song together, it's like, wow, this is just the motto of the band.
I mean, plot twist, Spencer didn't write any of it. I wrote the entire song aimed at Spencer.
See what I mean?
Ah, that is a plot twist. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
Spencer,
really
that's
love your
how-
music videos. Do you think you'll
you.
be filming one for this song?
I don't know specifically for this song, but I do know songs going ahead. Yeah, before COVID really kicked in, we were trying to do a song for every single that we were releasing, every song basically. I'm sorry, a music video for every song. And yeah, since pretty much we haven't seen each other, like, so the last music video we did was in November for Hey Baby. But
Yeah, the
before
baseball
that,
one.
yep, before that, we kind of were just shooting just ourselves, since we were like in different places. Like I would shoot here. We're all from different areas of the Midwest. He's actually from Chicago, and our drummer's from Toledo, Ohio. So we would shoot ourselves individually and then send it to our drummer, and he's the one that edits our videos together. But yeah, lately it's just been a little bit more difficult, and it's a lot easier to spin off more ideas when you can actually go like, hey, let's shoot the band together.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it just makes it a lot more difficult to come up with like fresh ideas when you can't do
Mhm.
that.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like when you're trying to come up with an idea for a song as far as visuals, you're like, well, I have my garage and I can shoot with a black backdrop. Why don't we do a white backdrop this time? It's like, okay, well, we've done that. What else? So it gets a little tough after a while, you know?
Yeah. Unless you have like a whole Hollywood studio somewhere and you can just use green
Yeah.
screens everywhere.
Yeah, that would be, to be honest, I would love to do like some sort of weird gimmicky cartoon in the background with a green screen, just some random shit. Like almost like the Ed Sheeran I Don't Care video, where they're just in random outfits and in random settings, because it's pretty much all green screen. Or the Tenacious D Rise of the Phoenix, you know that one?
I haven't seen that one.
It's like it starts off really epically and it's all very CG'd out, and eventually it's like their budget just goes to shit, is basically kind of the premise. So all the everything else is like photoshopped in really poorly. It just like degrades really, really fast, and it's hilarious. I don't know. I would love to do something way more green screen oriented, just because I don't know. I feel like you can do so much with it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully down the line you'll achieve that.
We'll work on it. We'll work. It's a work in progress. We just need the right. It really comes down to just having the right idea that we can pull off, because without a serious budget, it's like really tough. Like music videos you're looking at nowadays are like
Yeah.
10-20 grand. So it's definitely a little bit more difficult to pull off stuff like that on our budget. Our budget of $0.
Yep.
But yeah, I was listening to Panic Euphoria, which you released earlier in the year.
Yep.
And I heard you sing in the audio commentary for Pariah that that's one of your favorite songs. It's actually, I have to say, it's one of mine too.
It's funny because of when we released it, we were planning on doing April Fools, because we were kind of, the whole premise of the song is like, don't let people judge you for who you want to be. And it also is like it's your journey to finding who you are as a person as well. But we were going to cross dress. We had like a whole bunch of outfits. So it's going to be this really quirky, silly video, almost like Foo Fighters or A Day to Remember or something, where they're like in different, Nutty Professor style stuff, where you're like playing different characters as the same character.
Yeah, even Queen did that, and I don't know if you've seen their music video for
I
I
don't
Want
think
to
so.
Break Free.
No, I haven't seen that
They
one.
they were cross-dressing in that video.
Nice.
No, I
Yeah, I
love
feel-
that. I love when bands can, show their silly side and they don't
Oh,
take
that's
themselves too seriously. It's good to be self-deprecating
yeah.
sometimes.
So
That's
you've come
like,
to the right place then.
yes. That's pretty much like all we are. Like, yeah, we make fun of each other constantly. It's just part of the being in the band.
Yeah.
This band is just we're very relentless against each other. Ha. That's the name of the song, by the way. I forget what the question is. Fuck, we were just talking about something.
Oh,
and I
talking
totally
about Pariah.
Oh, so when we were planning on releasing it, I don't know if it's I fucked up or something happened. I think either I fucked up or our distribution company fucked up and it released before we were supposed to release it. So that pretty much kills the release plan. And so we just kind of left it. And we're like, well, so now it wouldn't, like, usually when you release stuff, you have this whole marketing plan to go before people could see it, but some people were already seeing it and it kind of ruined the push. But yeah, we had this whole thing, big thing set up, and I swear to God, it was COVID that helped ruin it. Just the lack of people at the distribution company working or something like that. And who knows, it could have been me, but yeah, it was just ironic how I felt like it was a really, really strong song, very chill, almost like pop rocky song. And yeah, I don't know, shit like that happens, you know, some songs just don't do as well as others.
Huh. Do you guys have I know you have live music shows coming up. Are there songs that you're looking forward to playing the most?
It's so tough. Yeah, because when we were releasing Panic Euphoria, we released 3 songs and we played the latest song, Escape the Feeling, live. And that was the last new song that we played live. Since then, we've released an entire album. So it was 13 songs.
And then a couple.
So 10 more, plus like 8 or 9 covers, plus 4 acoustic songs, plus now what? We're on a 3rd or 2nd single?
3rd.
We're on
Or well, we just released the 2nd.
Yeah, so we're like 20 songs deep. I don't know, man. What do you want to play?
Out of all the songs that we missed out on over the last year and a half, I'm looking forward to playing Go Fuck Yourself live.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a fun one.
That's going to be a really fun one, I think.
Especially because we ride that line between being a rock band and a metal band, and I feel like we always get thrown. Well, they have screaming. Let's throw them in with deathcore bands, like bands way heavier than us, because we're like Beartooth or Papa. We could like play with Papa Roach or Weecar. Like Weecar is still kind of heavy, but they're still kind of more rock, even though they're like still in that metal genre.
Go Fuck Yourself shows that we can keep up with the heavier boys.
Yeah, that's basically why we wrote it. That's kind of what this whole album's about. Is that I don't know. It's been a lot of pent up angst. Definitely, I think COVID probably helped with that. But just a whole wanted to like, we're gonna do this album for ourselves is pretty much what our thought process has been for this one. And we also wanted to make it as heavy as possible. Like, I know our 2nd album was like on the heavier side, and our 3rd album was a little bit more progressive, but still heavy. But I think we're kind of reaching back to that 2nd album and making the most brutal album we can so far with this one. Even though there's like there's pretty light songs on it still too, but
yeah.
But this one will definitely have the most heavy songs we've ever written on it so far, as you can tell.
Yeah, that's a good way to show that with this single.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to ask you guys, what was the first rock concert you ever attended?
Slayer.
You went and saw Slayer first?
Yeah, my first concert was
Oh,
Slayer.
wow.
My first like real concert ever was Beach Boys.
That's kind of contrasting. Slayer
yes.
and Beach Boys.
I'm
No,
trying to
Beach
think
Boys,
my
I
first.
grew up with listening to them because of my dad.
Same. Anything from like Police, Phil Collins, Genesis, Rod Stewart. The 80s were great. I'm an 80s
Oh, I
kid,
know.
so even hair metal. I started getting into hair metal as I kept growing up, like Poison and Whitesnake, and Motley Crue was always a fan of that band. And I'm trying to think my first, because I wouldn't consider Beach Boys rock, right?
Well, they're kind of like for their era, I think
They were
that
like
was
as close
considered
to rock, as close
like
to rock without getting your eyes wet.
60s rock.
Yeah.
I grew up on like,
I guess pop rock maybe.
Yeah, I'd throw them under pop. I feel like I don't know. It's a weird thing because I feel like rock was pop back in the like late 70s, early 80s, and then once like 80s, like Depeche Mode and shit came out, that was kind of the beginning of the end of rock. Like bands like Queen was technically rock, even though they were like more like anthematic and operatic or almost like musical theater-ish. I just feel like rock had like there's no bands like Bon Jovi out there anymore, or Metallica, or Metallica's like on the metal side, or like Bryan Adams. Like the rock genre is so extensive.
I don't know, nowadays Metallica's considered dead rock.
Yeah, well, it's like classic rock, right?
Yeah.
Metallica is considered classic rock, like Guns N' Roses. There you go, there's a prime example.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the first rock. I think probably Warped Tour was one of the first like actual rock shows that I ever went to. I'm pretty sure, because I started going to when did you go see Slayer?
When I
How
was
old
like
were you?
9.
Holy shit!
Whoa,
Yeah.
wow. What do you
Yeah,
remember from that show?
Not
Really?
very much. I remember because it was Mayhem Fest when that was a thing.
Damn.
My dad took me, and I was like so excited because like just all these different bands that I grew up listening to, minus a couple. Like I grew up on bands like Slayer, Slipknot, Pantera, Iron Maiden. That's what my parents listened to a lot.
Wow.
Parents are metalheads.
Yeah, and then I grew really big on like Avenged Sevenfold and Bullet for My Valentine, and that's what got me where I am now with my music taste. So
Oh, you got
Do you have any memories from that concert?
from that Slayer show,
Yeah,
um,
it's just fabricated. You're just filling in the blanks. Like, yeah, I totally remember
I
Raining
mean
Blood.
I do remember that. Like I remember waiting because I was like, as a kid, like one of the very few that there are Slayer songs that I really knew. So I was sitting there through their entire set, just waiting for it, waiting for it.
It's the one song you knew.
Yeah, that's the one song that I really knew. Because when you're a kid, there's like always that one song where you're like, yeah, this song.
Yeah. That's kind of like when people go to a Toto concert, they're just waiting for Africa.
Yeah,
And
I
of
feel
course
like
it's the last song they play.
I feel like that's normal though. A lot of new fans will only go for the hit song, and then
It's almost like when I at the very last Warped Tour in Cleveland when they had We the Kings there. Everybody was just like silent, standing completely still until they played Check Yes Juliet. Then everybody started moving around, singing along, and then after that, everybody just went back to being quiet.
I hate that. It's so awkward. It must feel weird for the band though.
Yeah,
it's probably normal. I feel like as you're an up and coming band, you're just hoping that something will like leak through like that, and yeah, you pretty much get used to that, playing to a crowd that's just like just looking at you.
Yeah.
The blank mouth open stare.
Yeah, but I feel like in Europe it's I hear that the crowds in Europe are a lot more intense and into the music than American crowds.
I think it's we have a couple Europe and just worldwide fans, and I think just the general idea is they're just more appreciative that we've made the trip, like especially a US band, because I think it's like being here from the States, you get really jaded. You're like, we have all the best bands and blah blah blah, because they all come here, like Parkway Drive, Amity Affliction, they all come around the world here because this is the market. This is where like all the real music fans and the real money is. So when you head to a place that's like Romania, where it's not as known, or Russia, where there are like restrictions, or even China, I think they're just a little bit more just like humbled from it, that you've taken the trip. Even if you're a smaller band, I know we've got buddies that have toured Europe and the United Kingdom already, and they're like smaller like us, and just they're so appreciative that like a show that would normally be like maybe 50 to 100 kids here in the States turns closer to like 200 to 300 there, and it's way more appreciated because it's like, wow, they're coming all the way from the United States of America to come hang out with us. So I think they appreciate it so much more.
That's
We're
awesome.
just fucking jaded Americans. That's all I have to
That
say.
we take it for granted,
I hope not after this past year and a half, but yeah, I think that's the vibe. I don't know. I feel like just from what I've seen with how the festival announcing is gone, there's still people bitching, like, oh, you can't get so and so. This festival sucks. When literally a month ago, I was like, man, I can't wait for festivals or shows or anything. Shit like that.
Now the bands are announcing tours. They're just like, oh, fuck you. You're not coming to my hometown. I hate you.
Yeah. You get a lot of shit
They
like
should
that.
just make the trip.
I
Drive
know.
an extra hour to go see a band,
I feel like the furthest I've ever driven to go see a band has been 3.5 hours.
I drove 6 hours when I went to Cleveland for that Warped Tour, because that was the closest that they brought that one to me.
Is this the final year of Warp?
Yeah, that was when they did their whole Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing.
It wasn't a Warp Tour. It was just 2 shows in California, 2 shows in, was it New York or New Jersey, and then 1 in Cleveland?
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah. I hear they're bringing it back though. Did you hear that?
Yeah, they're gonna bring it back under a different name. That's what I keep hearing. I don't think it's gonna be called Warped Tour. Well, we need it as long as we have something that's similar to what Warped Tour was. It's all I need.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be more music festivals geared towards, I wouldn't say rock bands, heavier music with real instruments.
Oh, maybe it is going to be called Warped Tour.
Right now, I just Googling it. It says the tour will start June 17th and go through October 12th. Wow. I feel like that's longer than it usually does. Doesn't it usually just go to October?
That's actually, I think that's about the same amount of time. They're just starting it later and ending it later.
Interesting.
Because
No, I thought it always starts in
like,
June.
I thought it normally started like right at the end of May, like beginning of June.
With more than 50 concerts across North America, tickets now are available now for those who want to be involved in this event. I wouldn't be surprised if it sells out.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, the festival we're playing, Blue Ridge Rock Fest, is 160,000, and they sold out. So
Yeah, I saw that. I wanted to go to it, but then I saw I was already sold out.
yeah, that's pretty crazy. And it's not like tickets are like Warped Tour tickets where they're like 30 to 50 bucks. These are like $300, $150 tickets like for one day and shit.
Yeah.
I think people just want to get out and go places again.
See a show, man. It's
Yeah.
a lot more difficult than it sounds.
Yeah, Blue Ridge tickets are like reselling now for crazy amounts of money.
Yeah. Let's just sell our spot for
Sell it back for twice as much as.
yeah, as
Then
it
again,
costs.
didn't Fire Festival sell out? And then look at what happened to that.
That's very true. Did you see any of the documentaries? They
I did.
released a
Those
whole
were
bunch.
hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's so fucked. It's funny because Kanye West pretty much gets away with the same shit already. He's like a walking, talking Fire Festival.
Because Kanye is a genius.
He is, dude. He's the genius of our generation.
He's Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeezus.
Well, I want to ask you guys, is there anything else coming up that people should be on the lookout for?
We're always releasing music. We'll be releasing. We're on album number 5 now. Our next single is Burn. It's coming out August 30th. And then I don't know which single we're gonna release after that in September.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's whatever we're planning on releasing for Blue Ridge.
Dissolve, if it's done.
I think so. Either that or Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah, Drag Me would be fun too.
Either one. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out how to play some of these songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got some time, right? When is Blue Ridge again? November?
So it's September
September.
9th through 12th, and we happen to be playing the 12th. So
Yeah.
we're playing the last day.
We've got so much new music to play to somehow
Yeah.
try to cram into a 20-minute set.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
20-minute set. Okay.
Yeah, it's very short. So we got like 5 songs.
Gotta
If
choose them
that.
wisely.
So go fuck yourself. Let's
Relentless.
play Fruit Salad. You want to do Relentless?
Yeah, of course.
Abandoned and Dissolve or Drag Me to Hell, one of the new unreleased songs.
We'll figure it out. We'll get Roy involved in that conversation.
Yeah,
see what he
this is
wants to
literally
do.
gonna happen for probably way too long.
Yeah. I don't know, for getting 45 minutes in 2 weeks, then I feel like I did good on that one.
Yeah. Well, it's filling 45 minutes in a set is a lot easier than filling 20.
Well, yeah,
you're like,
because 12 songs versus 5 songs.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit. How do we pick 5 songs? They have to be our best songs. What are our best songs?
That's when we got to be like, all right, well, we can't play our favorite songs. We got to play our best songs.
Well, we'll have to figure out what that is statistically then.
Well,
So
people should stay tuned to find out which songs you choose.
yes, we have no idea.
Nope.
It doesn't really matter though, because I think when you're on stage and you're just playing, people are just there to hear. So
That's true.
Maybe
They're not
every-
gonna sit there and judge.
Realistically, I'm excited just to be back on stage playing.
yeah, pretty much.
The
So
main point, yeah.
in what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
it's 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks.
Nice.
Okay, because today's Saturday. I thought
Yeah.
today was Friday. Wow.
It's 2 weeks from today.
Yep. Yeah.
Exciting
wow.
stuff.
I know, dude. Are you nervous? It's been a while since we played a show.
Depends on how much of my friends and family show up. That's when I get nervous,
Oh yeah,
because those are the people I don't want to screw up in front of.
This is a close show for you. I'm gonna just be like awkwardly staring at you on stage.
No,
like,
I
"Fuck up,
invited
Kyle."
a ton of people out, so we'll see how many of those people actually show.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, dude.
Well, guys, I really appreciate your time chatting with me
course.
today. And,
Anytime.
yeah, hopefully get to see you guys out here in the Northeast in Boston.
Yeah, you're in Boston. Yeah. We played the Middle East,
Oh yeah, the Middle East. That's a cool venue.
and then I'm trying to think. I think we've played it was the Warehouse, but it's in I think it's further north of you. It's further north. I think is it Worcester?
Oh, Worcester?
Worcester, yeah.
Yeah, Worcester, yeah.
Trying to think where. I'm pretty sure we played somewhere else. And where we play on that anchor tour?
I wasn't with you guys then.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I can't remember where that was.
The furthest east I've played with you guys was when we played in Akron, Ohio.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I know I'm pretty sure we played Massachusetts one more time, but yeah, hopefully, man. It's like I think what's been so difficult lately is since everybody's announcing a tour, it's like impossible for us to get a tour because everyone's announcing a tour. So we'll
Yeah.
just pretty much keep doing what we're doing and wait and see what happens. So
Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks again. It was a blast chatting.
yeah, thank you so much
course.
for having us, for real. Thank you.